After 4 seasons, 280 chapters, 24 volumes, and as of October 2019, 24 million copies sold, more and more students at UA have proven their worth with their showcase of quirks and battle styles, especially right now in the middle of the spectacular and funnily named Paranormal Liberation War arc. That's why we've created this video to show you the My Hero Academia Top 10 Strongest UA Students ranked. Welcome to Cosplay-FTW, your #1 source for the latest lowdown on anime and manga news, updates, and analysis. So sit back, relax, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Date ba yo! For this video, we've ranked all your favorite UA students based on the most recent developments in their quirks, fighting ability, tactical acumen, and sheer grit. Stay tuned for #1 because it's certainly a showstopper. Number 10 on our list is Mirotogata. Mirio earns a top 10 spot for his demonstrated combination of extraordinary technique, great fighting ability, and charismatic personality, to the point of being considered a contender for the #1 spot among pro heroes and a potential successor for All Might, as a wielder of One for All. Mirio's quirk, Permeation, allowed him to become intangible, letting him pass through any tangible matter. He could phase through walls and/or the ground, as well as let enemy attacks pass through him harmlessly. If he returned to his solid state while phasing through something, his body would be repelled outward. While intangible, he experienced a falling sensation because he still had mass, and everything passed through him, including light, sound, and air. Meaning, while his quirk was active, he couldn't see, hear, or breathe. With training from former sidekick of All Might, Sir Night-Eye, and his tremendous fighting spirit, Mirio mastered his all-too-dangerous quirk to become the great hero that he is. Anyway, to demonstrate his power, he defeated 18 out of the 20 students of Class 1A in mere seconds with a punch to the stomach each. As the series progresses, we hope we'll see him get even stronger in the future. Now, only if he could keep his pants on. At number 9, we have an underrated powerhouse, Koji Koda, whose quirk, Annie Voice, gives him the ability to command any creature in the animal kingdom by speaking to them. Koji can also exchange information with the animals to find the locations of various people and potential enemies faster. On top of this, he also has demonstrated a large amount of physical strength. Koji's control over animals proved vital and successful in various situations, such as the first term final exam, wherein he and Kyokajiro were pitted against President Mick, as well as the first stage of the Provisional Hero License exam, in which he used a large flock of birds to swarm various students from rival schools. His abilities eventually garnered the attention of Wash, giving Koji the opportunity to intern under the #8 pro hero and improve his communication skills. Number 8 on our list is Mama Yaoyorozu. Described to be the master tactician after fully conquering her self-doubt, Momo Yaoyorozu demonstrates strong analytical skills, easily devising strategies and plans in battle and urgent situations, which she has no trouble putting in motion due to her quirk's versatility. Creation gives her the ability to create any non-living material or object from her exposed skin by transforming the molecular structure of her fat cells. Momo is ranked S-class in intelligence, meaning that she can essentially be considered a genius. In the final exam battle against Eraserhead, she sharply observed the limitations of Eraserhead's quirk and capitalized on that to blindside Eraserhead and secure victory for her and Shoto. She has truly developed into her own, and this is why she earns 8th place on our list. At number 7, we have Denki Kaminari, and what Kaminari lacks in strategy at times, he makes up for in sheer destructive prowess. Denki's quirk, Electrification, allows him to generate electricity and cover his body in it. While he can also emit this energy over a distance, Denki has little to no control over it. Exceeding his wattage limit causes his brain to short-circuit, leaving him in a vulnerable state for 1 hour. He's solid on defense and destructive in offense. Denki electrocutes anyone who touches him, leaving them slightly, if not completely, paralyzed. He can also neutralize a large group of enemies through discharging powerful blast of lightning. To provide him precision, Mei Hatsume later made him a wrist-mounted device that can channel his lightning into a narrow, precise beam to avoid collateral damage. With this added development and more training, there is much promise of seeing Denki grow even stronger in the future if he manages to reduce the shortcomings of his shockingly powerful quirk. At number 6 on our list, we have one of the most unique and powerful quirks belonging to Fumikage. His quirk, Dark Shadow, allows him to manifest a sentient shadow monster from his body that he can materialize and contract freely. Dark Shadow's energy is limited and can be drained by bright light. When it runs out of energy, Dark Shadow retracts back into Fumikage's body. More interesting about Dark Shadow is that its personality, strength, defense, and control depends on the lack of light. In total darkness, Dark Shadow is much bigger, which grants it far greater strength and defense. It is even powerful enough to rip out and cut down multiple full-grown trees with ease. However, Dark Shadow is more difficult to control in the dark, causing it to rampage based on its own free will. We feel that we have yet to see the greatest potential of Dark Shadow's power manifest itself. Truly one of the dark horses of Class 1A, we have no doubt that Tokoyami will only become stronger as the series progresses. If you want to see the personification of sheer power and battle strategy, stay tuned for our sizzling cool number 1. Another awesomely unique quirk belongs to our list's number 5, Tamaki Amajiki. His quirk Manifest, or as I like to call it, You Are What You Eat, grants him the ability to manifest the physical characteristics of anything he's eaten. For example, if he eats takoyaki, he can transform his fingers into octopus tentacles. Additionally, anything he manifests is significantly stronger than normal, as seen by how his crab claws were easily able to crush metal weapons. He demonstrates great control and extent of this quirk through feature selection, size manipulation, and simultaneous manifestations. This gives Tamaki's fighting style incredible variation and unpredictability. During his battle with 3 of the 8 bullets, Tamaki showcased his aptitude to create strategies amid battle by disrupting their teamwork and capitalizing on their weaknesses to his advantage. Despite his shy nature, he possesses incredible willpower that will surely make him a fantastic pro hero. At number 4 on our list is Naito Monoma. Some of you may have forgotten his character, but Naito earns his spot in the top 4 with his frankly OP quirk, Copy, that allows him to duplicate and use another person's quirk after coming into physical contact with the user. He is currently able to hold 4 quirks at a time and can maintain any copied powers for 10 minutes. After the time limit runs out, he loses the copied quirk until he once again touches the original user. He masterfully uses this quirk to great effect, which makes him perhaps the most versatile and unpredictable opponent in group battles, where he has more opportunities to copy various quirks, be it from friend or foe. In the cavalry battle of the UA Sports Festival, he copied quirks from Katsuki Bakugou and Eijiro Kirishima, and flawlessly used the copied quirks to take the highly capable Katsuki by surprise, twice. During the joint training battle, he confidently faced Izuku Midoriya single-handedly. After Izuku's quirk was tamed, Naito was still able to take him by surprise, knock him back, and again try copying his quirk. Just imagine if Naito really took full advantage of the untapped potential of his quirk. Unfortunately, he doesn't have much screen time these days, so here's hoping he gets his fair share to prove himself to be more than just a plain copycat. Entering our top 3, Izuku Midoriya. Yes, it's the gift or quirk that keeps on giving or quirking. The successor of All Might and the current user of One for All, Midoriya might just be the strongest student from Class 1A at UA currently. He has fought some of the most heinous villains during his time at UA, and his capabilities are only improving with time. Transferred to him from Toshinori Yagi, Izuku's quirk allows him to stockpile an enormous amount of raw power, allowing him to significantly enhance all his physical abilities to a superhuman level. This results in unbelievable levels of strength, speed, agility, and durability. Izuku can focus the stockpiled power into a single body part or spread it across his entire body evenly, though focusing the power in a single part puts greater strain on that part of his body. He is also able to control what percentage of his full power that he uses. He is currently only able to handle small percent of his full power without breaking his bones. One for All also manifests the power of the previous users in Midoriya. From his being the perfect student who never gives up on learning and growing, Izuku has grown up to be an exceptional strategist and tactician. By combining his quick learning and knowledge about quirks, Izuku devises plans that take advantage of his friend's abilities to the fullest. Izuku's calculations have been crucial at several moments of his school life, allowing him to earn victories like in the battle trial. Why number 3 then? Because as has been demonstrated time and time again, his great and growing power can also be his weakness. His underdeveloped body can only withstand the power of One for All up to a certain degree, so he can permanently damage his body and even endanger his life with it, making him a liability at times. Don't worry though, because as his quirk and abilities develop, we'll keep updating this list for all of you. Number 2 on our list, Bakugou Katsuki. Truly a worthy rival to Izuki is Bakugou. His quirk, Explosion, allows him to secrete nitroglycerine-like sweat from the palms of his hands and ignite it on command. allowing him to create strong explosions. The more Katsuki sweats, the stronger his explosions become. Compared with Izuku, Katsuki already has a strong grasp on the application of his equally strong quirk. He doesn't just use his explosions for attacking, but also creatively uses them to propel himself and navigate through the air at high speeds, allowing him to fly at his opponents without giving them the time to react and evade incoming attacks, even while in the air. The shockwave from an explosion can even be used as a shield. During the USJ incident, Katsuki was able to single-handedly overpower and immobilize Kurogiri, a highly capable villain. At the UA Sports Festival, he was able to defeat Fumikage Tokoyami and Shoto Todoroki, who were considered the two other strongest students in Class 1A at that point. He was even kidnapped by the League of Villains because they saw the immense potential of his quirk. Though he would never admit it, Bakugou is inspired by Midoriya's constant passion for learning, so he also does his best to grow as a hero with the aim of surpassing All Might and becoming the #1 hero in the future. And so we've reached the #1 of our UA strongest students, Shoto Todoroki. Combining highly destructive power with laser-sharp precision and ice-cold calm, the prodigy Shoto Todoroki turns up the heat with his quirk, half hot, half cold, that allows him to generate ice from the right side of his body and generate fire from his left side. Using the right side of his body, Shoto can drastically lower temperatures and freeze anything he touches, including entire buildings. He can also easily create large waves of ice instantaneously. Despite its incredible raw power, Shoto possesses great control and direction over his right side. He can restrict the ice to avoid fatally freezing someone or use precision attacks to freeze only certain portions of a target's body. If fighting alongside others, he can cover enemy territory with ice while simultaneously preventing it from getting in his allies' way. And that's just his right side, boys and girls. From the left side of his body, Shoto can drastically increase temperatures and release scorching hot flames. He can shoot out consuming streams of fire or protective short waves of it. He's still learning to better utilize this side of his quirk after shunning it most of his life because of his strained relationship with his father, Endeavor. As you can see, the current generation of UA is full of students with splendid talent, with some already showing promise of becoming the next #1 hero in the future of the series. Who's on your top 10 list of strongest UA students? Share your thoughts in the comments down below so we can talk about it some more. The UA students are, of course, just that, students. If you really want to see what heroes can do, you should check out our other video to see the top 10 pro heroes in My Hero Academia. The #1 might not be as obvious as you think. Thanks for watching. This is Anime FTW plus Ultra.